What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 159, presented by Edge VR Arcade and Cousin Subs and Creative Edge Productions. Thank you to Cousin Subs for providing free stuff. That is a free order of fries with a 7.5-inch sub and a sub in a bowl when you use promo code
GBB fries.
There might be a new one soon.
I was waiting for and.
Yeah.
Got a lot of, like we have and.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot of
There's
and
a lot
today.
to cover today, too.
Big episode.
We probably start getting some room back on the table, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot here.
The footballs are in. If you didn't notice, you're probably listening and not watching the episode. So.
That could very well be.
Yep.
So go watch the episode because there's a lot to see.
Yeah, there is. Wasn't enough room on the table almost.
Yeah, almost. I'm looking at everything now that we have it sitting here.
Yeah?
Yeah. So how do you want to do this? Because I want to just talk in general.
Sure.
The balls do look different. So there's things I like with the new, and then there's things that I wish we had from the old.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like the artwork. Because these are screen printed, they don't seem as vibrant. So you're going to notice, those of you that have balls from the past, the bottom balls were brighter. So I don't know if for next season we could go with dual color, like so that it pops more. I'm not sure. Because I look at like the wreath on there when we get to that one.
Mm-hmm.
That could pop more.
Sure.
So the artwork is fabulous. Don't get me wrong. The artwork is great. But we had people last night at the season ticket holder event that brought old balls.
Yeah.
And I did like kind of what we did on this one.
Sure.
I did like the darts that were at the end.
Yeah.
Granted, they were sized wrong, but remember that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, we live, we learn, we keep going, right? But they're beautiful.
Yeah, we threw the kitchen sink at it really to see.
Can you tell?
See what you could do.
Yeah, because we wanted to know.
Yep.
Yeah, we wanted to know. So
yes.
do we have any of the IFL balls?
No.
Okay. So there are some teams that are just using a standard IFL ball. We decided to go with our theme nights.
Yep.
Is that a true statement?
Yeah.
All right. Where do you want to start?
Probably in order, right?
Yep. Oh, that means I have to reach?
Yeah, I can't claw that far one. So the first one,
My hands aren't big enough.
I can get it. You got it? This is gonna be awesome. Something's breaking. Like we did it. We broke something.
The microphone.
So the first one is Youth Jersey Night, Aurora Baycare Sports Medicine. And you will see this style 3 times. So the official game ball of the season, Legit is on that. Legit Pizza. You'll see them on most of them here. So the first 2 essentially look like this in the Village Ball and the Aurora Baycare Ball. So Icy has Bruiser's face on it. So yeah.
All right. So this is
Game 1.
game 1.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Am I just tossing?
Yeah, do it. Nailed it.
Nailed it. That's the only way I can make a basket.
Game 2 looks the same. Different sponsor panel. Yep. The Village companies got involved in Faith and Family Day. So the first 2 balls will look similar, and including the official Legit Pizza game ball, which has the exact same Icy Bruiser look, just the sponsor panel changes on them. So nice. Next one is awesome. They're all awesome, but this is Kids Night Game On. So it is and because of the screen printing, it is actually a pixelated bruiser on there. The Mario pipes, video game stuff on this accent. It's really cool. So
yeah, so he is, yes, we know he's pixelated. So for those of you that are like, you can't really tell, he's pixelated on purpose.
yes.
So
It's an 8-bit bruiser, I believe that's what it's called in the video game industry. What I do like is they change. I don't think we did it. I think Destroyer did it. I'd have to look back at the artwork files. They made the IFL
different
logos based on the themes.
They
so,
might get
yeah.
in trouble. This will probably be a one season and done. Because Todd's going to be like, that's not our logo. So now we have a green
Maybe we
IFL
sent the
logo.
artwork that way too. I'm not sure. I'll have to look back. So before Todd wrings anybody's neck.
I say it's great because
Okay.
now we have a green IFL logo. And Destroyer Rocks is also highlighted different.
Yep.
With the different, they pick the color that goes well. But you can see kind of the power up and game on, next level, and go Blizz.
Go Blizz. Very cool. So I was, that's neat. So
I mean, who hasn't played this game?
I know. It's cool. It's
You know,
really cool.
I mean, my girls were into, what is it called?
Mario?
No,
Mario
this-
that's Mario.
That
Super
is
Mario
Mario?
Bros? Yeah.
Isn't
But it's
there a
involved
pipe
in Mario Kart too. I mean,
Yeah.
all of the Mario
But
franchises.
what is the pipe one that you used that people? Okay,
Sean?
Never mind. I thought
Okay.
these are, but
Yep.
I thought there was another pipe game that. No,
Same pipes in Flappy Bird too. Like
maybe that's what
Yeah.
it is. I can't remember. Anyway, done with this one.
Yeah. They are in order still. I thought I had a double take there. Yeah. May 10th, blackout breast cancer. So a real sharp one this year, and we will need silver Sharpies again.
Yeah, and this one last year had the ribbon on it.
Yep.
But now it says strength, caring, fearless, and support, which
And
well,
still
you can
has
see the ribbon.
Yep.
So there's one ribbon. I keep looking at that camera
Yeah.
instead of, or the screen instead of the camera. So the ribbon is still on there, which is really cool.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
and there's the IFL logo.
Yes.
Pink, which I'm sure they'll love pink. And then Destroyer Rocks, which is who we get the balls from. So, and you'll see there's different colored laces, which is pretty cool as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. I don't even.
Ready?
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Oh, now my cheat sheets are showing. I actually had to document some stuff.
There's
for
some
today,
stuff to
'cause
talk about.
There's like
Yep.
stuff.
Next one is 90s Night Diabetes Awareness Night. So real cool one here with the bruiser with the ribbon on his finger, the blood drop, and then again the diabetes awareness ribbon is on that. And then this you'll see is actually part of the Breakthrough T1D, which is a great organization across the nation in supporting diabetes awareness, diabetics. So they're involved in that night in a big way, and there's a ton more coming soon on this game.
So this is a ribbon for diabetes?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, with the blood drop
Yeah.
on there. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, and a big sponsor for us.
Yeah.
This is the first ball it shows up on,
Nope,
correct?
we threw two more in the bin.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry, I didn't see it
It's
on
all
the other
good.
ones. I
There's a lot
apologize.
to cover. Yep.
So legit crust. Are they just legit? Or
No,
are they...
so AK Crust is the parent company of Legit Pizza and Pep's Draft House. So they have pizzas you can actually get in your local grocery stores now too. So
Excellent.
Yep.
Fabulous. You want to throw it?
Yeah,
'Cause
I
I've
do.
Been throwing it.
It's oddly rewarding. Next, we go to a brand new theme this year too. So in Bovine Bruiser on the Dairy Night Ball.
Bovine.
Again, legit, real cool cowbell on the accent here. This is going to be a fun one. There are jerseys coming too that Kathy and I will highlight on an episode in the future. But this one turned out really sharp.
We just let that slip.
We did. Yeah.
Well, you did.
At the kickoff party, we did too.
Oh, did we?
It said
Oh.
special jerseys. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Never mind.
The Bovine Bruiser is pretty awesome. I think we're working on a couple of specific theme nights, some merch that match some of these incredible logos this year too that'll be available on select games. But this is really neat. So
I like it. I like the cow print. Does the IFL logo have a cow print? No, it went
Nope.
back to the original
that's
colors.
the don't get in trouble color scheme.
They don't
For
watch
one to
this.
bounce out.
They
Yeah.
don't watch this anyway, so it's okay.
Occasionally Todd does, or he'll call before we know we're gonna air it and be like, "Hey, did you say this?"
And then he'll check up on us to make sure that
Yeah. So military appreciation night. This one's gonna look awesome as it spirals there, and I'm trying to get it to do it. It'll look really cool. In
if
the
you
air.
keep doing that, it's going to just fly right off the
I
table.
know. Yep. This one is Nicolay Bank. They have been involved in military appreciation night for the past
Forever.
6 seasons. Great partner of the Rush Center. Real unique on this one. All the branches of the military are on the
yeah.
accents here, and a new version again. Mike Tesmer out of Tesmer Design out of the Appleton, Oshkosh area is just a graphic designer I've met over the past 2 seasons. Had come up with real cool logos for the ball and the artwork this year, and we kind of turned him loose, and he had fun. So,
And they look great.
yep,
Artwork wise, they look
yeah,
fabulous.
this one's really neat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss one of these times.
It's right there, Ryan. You can't.
I know. And this one speaks for itself. Sells.
Sells?
Yeah.
It might sell.
It might sell. Christmas in July. Real cool stuff with Christmas lights and snow coming for this game. This one turned out real sharp. So Kathy had some great input on this one where we unbusied the ball a little bit.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like,
it
thank
turned
goodness.
out great because I'm glad
Yeah.
you did, because otherwise it would have looked like Christmas puke on on every ball. So some real cool stuff coming on this one too. And again, the stocking package is out for this game. You can win this ball in your stocking too. So that is out now when tickets went on sale.
Okay, now I can move my notes back.
Oh,
to-
there's one more.
There
That
is.
is not one we will play with.
But I'm trying to strategically.
Cool. There's strategery.
The strategery. So this is a merch only ball.
Yep.
So we'll do the basketball
Very
spin.
cool.
So that's Bruiser.
Yep. It's neat.
And then we have it like being unzipped.
Yep.
Like we're taking the shell off to expose a blue ball.
Don't. I understand that's the same as my car. This is right when
No.
they. Oh, yeah.
No, this is
Oh.
a Massachusetts color.
Oh, I got it. Good thing we're not playing with
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So anyway, you thought I was going to say that's the wrong green.
Yes.
But it's
It's just changing to
It's
that
just
color.
changing.
Yeah, because this is
Right.
actually ours when you can
Correct.
screen print your exact colors. But
Correct.
yes, it changes.
Yeah. So we're covering up the other color. Anyway, so this is available just in the merch stand. And it would be a great ball for signing.
For sure.
And it's a different type of ball.
Yep.
So this one you can
Yeah.
my
It's
hands.
neoprene is what they call it. It is great. I think they advertise in the pool and just other. It's awesome. So
Yeah. It'll probably hold up longer with
Yep.
what kids do. So
and that is available in the merch channel while supplies last. So
I did see quite a few people last night buying the set.
yeah.
There were quite a few.
Yes.
So
Landed it.
yeah. All right. Let's talk a little bit about yesterday, both morning and then what we did in the evening.
Yeah. You're wearing a piece of new awesomeness as well. We'll that's the new hoodie that's available this year. I'm still wearing a Strictly Blizzness jacket, which may be available to fans soon, a new version of it. We keep getting asked, so
But we have to keep the original too
Yep.
because, well, we have to.
yes.
But we will have merch available for you.
Yeah, we should be ready to roll at the online store. I'm going to say in a week because Cass is a little bit busy after
Little
last
bit.
night. So,
Yeah.
yep. The online store should be up, and for sure everything will be at the first game. So,
Yep.
yep.
As of March 1, we were supposed to see the new website.
Yeah.
That has been pushed back a
Okay.
week. We had those of you that have done websites before, it's beyond just the designing of the website. It's about transferring over the DNS, and sometimes that takes a little while. So we decided rather than, we're just going to do a more timed rollout, a little
Okay.
bit different. So that as we release them, we don't want to say, like, let's say, for instance, the date will be the 10th. I think that's the new date. By the 8th, you're already transitioning.
Oh,
So
sure.
that on the 10th, you can have your new site up. We just weren't ready to say March 1, you're going to have it.
Got it.
Because that meant everything had to be done and pushed over starting the 27th or 27th.
Good.
So by the 10th, we should have that up along with the big announcement with which the IFL, I believe, is announcing on the 10th.
Okay.
So-
Good, because I got asked a couple times yesterday about
What is the thing?
not necessarily the thing, but like
How
how
it's
to
gonna-
do the thing
Yeah.
that the thing affects.
Right.
I did. Like, hey, how can I haven't seen working on it. Yep. So sorry, I derailed there. Yesterday.
One moment.
Oh.
Has that always been the sun?
Oh, Sean, we have no blizzard.
Has the whole episode been like that?
We're not going back. You enjoyed that scenic sunset, which will now transition into blizzard.
Everybody was wondering. Well, we were so interested in what was in front of us, I didn't even realize what was behind us. One moment, please.
Hold, please. Your call is very important to us.
A little behind the scenes action.
This is the behind the scenes show. So apparently it was there the whole time. It didn't
It's
just
all
time.
good.
And there it
Hey,
is.
welcome back to
And-
your regularly scheduled program.
That's just it. The table's empty.
Yep.
So now it looks like the regular show.
Yes.
See, that's how we do things
Planned
here.
it that way.
Yep.
We planned it that way.
That was awesome.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. So we talked about website. We talked about the online store. We talked about the footballs.
Yesterday.
We're now talking about yesterday.
Which is-
yesterday.
2 days ago by the time you see this.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
So in the morning was player welcome, because orientation will be a little bit different this year. So it was player welcome. Do you want to talk about that one first before the evening?
Yeah, let's talk
Okay.
about that just a little bit. So, as Ryan said, it was a welcome to the players. Historically, we would jam pack everything in that first day, and we decided, no, we're gonna save some of the stuff as an orientation once they make the team. So it was just a little bit different. Thank you to our friends at CLA, another one of our corporate partners. Because they help us to get the guys with a view of Lambeau.
Yep.
There's a conference room upstairs. Is that considered the Titletown building?
U.S. Venture Building?
U.S. Venture
Yeah,
Building?
yep.
Okay. So it overlooks Lambeau Field, which is pretty cool to be up there talking about orientation with that in the background. Is actually a really cool setting. So we got to welcome the guys, got to meet them. Basically, everybody goes around the room, introduces themselves. They get to meet our staff and understand who does what in the organization. So it's always just a good reminder of all of the things that we do and kind of the rules of engagement and how stuff is going to work for them during camp.
Yeah.
Especially. I mean, that's truly
So
the
it was.
focus.
Yep.
So they don't start practicing until Thursday. Those practices are closed for now. We kind of have a couple of different things happening. There's a lot of moving pieces, not just because of the draft, but just because of how we can get into our space. So we have the start of camp happening at one place, and then it's being transferred to another place. So we just want to. Right now it's closed.
Yep.
We'll talk about it next week as when it would be open to the public.
Cool.
So we'll talk about that on the next episode.
You bet.
But with welcoming the players, we should talk about the fact that because I think last time we talked about that there had just been tryouts.
Sure.
So we had tryouts. We showed something on social media that we will sign someone.
Yep.
Not only did we sign someone, we signed 3 people.
3 someones.
3 someones. I like that. 3 someones. So the 3 that we signed, of course, 2 of them were DBs. 'cause-
He won't watch this, but shots fired.
No, he might not
Players
watch
will
it.
tell him, though.
Yes, the players will tell him. So I'm using my cheat sheet.
All good.
So Andrew Perkins, the third, a DB, was signed. Terrell Carey, a wide receiver, signed. And Bo Bell, a DB / wide receiver, I don't know what we're going to designate him as, was also signed. So congrats to you 3 on, number 1, coming to the tryout and then making
The training camp
the
roster.
training camp.
Yep.
So doesn't mean they're going to be on the final roster, but they could be. Be a
Yep.
cool story to tell.
Really cool.
Yeah. Anyway, what else you want to talk about as far as that went?
I saw the start of that. It was actually,
You had a big day.
we're a well-oiled machine, and Corey kicked off that whole thing with the Franchise of the Year award, saying it right. That's become a pretty smooth process for us. So I hope the players would echo that. I think we cruised yesterday on all facets of that, and then the event last night. It was pretty awesome. So, and it's neat before we get pulled in 13 different directions to really have that group in that space and work together. Corey and the football guys helped clean up afterward, which was amazing because we had to get to other things in admin world. So it was cool. So really appreciated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's talk about admin world. What's the kind of stuff you were doing yesterday? Why did you have to leave? Because I talked to Joel last night.
The entire Dasher system came in. So what Kathy's wearing in a lot of what we do, and there are probably, maybe on two hands could count, but like on partners that have been here for the entire 11 years.
Yeah.
Joel is one of them. When it came to merch sign, he actually does signage for other teams in the IFL as well. Doug put Joel under the thumb with some crazy deadlines, but Joel does the Quad City stuff as well, I believe. So Joel from Wonder Sign and Shelly do a lot of our apparel, handle all field signage. Used to handle the turf decals. There won't be turf decals anymore. But we, thanks to a snafu, kind of put them under the gun this year to have to wrap, I'm going to call it 96 Dasher pads. I think that's the actual count. Those of you who have paid attention to 160 episodes now, that number used to be 66. The sizing changed a little bit this year. There'll be only 4x8s and mostly 4x4s, and then some weird ones that go on the Zamboni doors. But 90% of the Dasher pad system is either a 4-foot wide or an 8-foot wide now. And they all had to go to Joel because they're brand new. So yesterday, thanks to Baytech Entertainment and the Villages, we showed up with a truck full of 55 to start. And he will systematically start printing and wrapping and bringing them back, and we'll exchange them out for ones that need to be wrapped. And a lot of what we do wouldn't be possible without him saving the day a couple times or printing signage. So they're an integral part of what we do. I don't know if I missed anything you wanted me to say. They were really valuable to us, and I send Blizzard partners their way all the time because they are incredible in service, usually better price than anyone in town in pricing. So for your signage needs or front yard signs for graduating people, even like Wonder Signs is the way to go, or cardboard cutouts if your daughters for events, they're the way to go.
For like cheer, senior night, all that stuff. Guys too. I mean, I see the full.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
So shout out. They do watch. So shout out. They are great.
Yeah. We were having a parenting discussion at the end of the night,
really?
Which was kind of comical. Yeah. She knows what I'm saying. Anyway, I do want to point something out. Yeah. Now, he might not have as big of a pet peeve with it, but it's not the Villages.
I didn't say that, did I? I did? Oh, sorry.
It's the Village
he won't
companies.
Watch either.
The S is plural. Companies.
Sorry. Village companies. Wonder Sign does a lot of work for them too. Actually, Rick Hallett was picking stuff up as our merch was going out the door.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's one of the things we do with our partners. Like you said, we promote them to other partners because it's, this is a small town and we want everybody to kind of work with each other and understand how that all comes to pass. So, couple other people I just want to give a shout out to. Sure. You mentioned on previous episodes, and we had him as a guest.
Bentley. Right on.
Bentley was there last night, and he got, when you announced, I don't know if you saw, there were people that stood up and thought it was pretty cool that he's doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
So Bentley was in the house last night with his parents. We got to meet his mom. I was razzing him a little bit that he said he liked you better, and his dad looked at me like, did he really say that? I don't think he said that.
I lead the witness a lot in that question. Yeah. And the who's the better Ryan one. I do that all the time. So
I said, but he stood next to Ryan in the photo. And he's like, oh. I said, no, I'm just kidding. But Bentley was there. We talked to the crowd.
Yep.
So if they hadn't watched Blizzness prior to that, they now know what we're doing in trying to raise awareness for Bentley's brand, as well as getting some cleats, getting cleats to the arena on that day.
Yep.
So shout out to him. I also want to give a shout out to Preston Shaw. That's Grandma Sandy's son. He was in attendance as well with his crew, which includes Mitch Nolan.
Yep.
And crew.
Tom Damerow.
Yep.
Jill Gray is part of that crew, I think. I believe.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Tom is Sandy's brother, and so Preston's uncle. But Preston would like us to announce that in honor of Grandma Sandy, we are doing eye black, wearing eye black in her honor, that first home game, which is the 28th of March. So it's coming up. So eye black for Grandma
Don't you
Sandy.
become Ben on me too. You're supposed to be my support system. I don't need countdowns from you.
I didn't give you a countdown.
Okay.
I just
But
said
I
it's
can
coming
count
up soon.
how many days. You're allowed to say that. You also own the team, so you really can say whatever you want on this. So.
Oh, there's that. Who else do I want to thank? I want to thank, there were so many people in attendance, and I'm sorry that I
amazing.
didn't get around to everybody. Proscape was in attendance. Legit was in attendance. Crescent Electric was there. Aflac was there. Whenever you say Aflac,
I know.
doesn't it kind of sound like that, that duck?
See,
Aflac.
Della tiptoed in this year, and I hope that one becomes bigger because I just literally want to make duck quacks at some point during the game. Like,
Have the duck waddle across the screen.
Yep.
Yeah, and Aflac, one of the things that I found out even when you say flack, it
Yep.
sounds like flack.
I so want to
Quack,
do
quack.
it. Then I want to play the Mighty Ducks clip, even though we're not a hockey team. Did you just quack at the teacher?
Anyway, they have a really cool thing, which I'm hoping we can somehow migrate in.
That was a duck reference. Brilliant. Go ahead. Sorry.
Right. It was brilliant. But they have a cancer insurance that I think with Ribbon of Hope that'd be a great thing to have for people to have because it helps to offset your expenses if you do have cancer. So more to come on all of that, which is, I think, really, really cool.
Yeah.
Then we had Network Health.
Yep.
And is it Network Health Solutions or
Just Network Health, I think.
Okay.
Network Health.
just Network Health?
Yep.
So Network Health is new to
Yep.
us this year. Do you want to give kind of
Yeah,
a overview?
I'm going to give the 10,000-foot view so I don't mess it up because they are new and I'm just getting to know them. So, health benefits for seniors. And you will see them all over, including billboards as you're headed 41 north coming from the Appleton area at Lambeau. They have the Packers, they have the T-Rats, they have Gamblers and Us. And huge shout out Ryan Conniff and Gamblers Land, formerly of T-Rats Land, who kind of made the intro there. And Brian of Network Health and his team will be at Gamblers games and Blizzard games this year. We have a senior package coming out. That's a ticket package for $25. Includes an amazing beanie, a ticket to the game, a hot dog and soda voucher. And in theory, like a cool pregame experience, right? Like it's just, you're going to have to get there early. If not, you get really cool ticket perks. So Brian and I from Network Health are still fleshing that out. And he's learned a lot in doing a couple gambler events so far in T-Rats. So we're trying to evolve that program. It'll be available at 4 games. So it's not an every game thing that package is live. Because I don't think seniors necessarily want to hang out on kids' night. So we're very selective on what games we picked. So
Well, and they've got a very captive market.
Yep.
There's a lot of seniors. The baby boomers are at that point where they're seniors plus at this point. Even my generation or the generation after me, before me, I should say, getting close to that senior moments. I have senior moments all the time. Not the same thing as this seniors group. Okay, let's just clarify. But they do help out seniors quite a bit with education.
Yep.
It's a lot about education, just different awareness, as well as helping them navigate some of the things that they need from a health perspective.
So I think what Kathy and I do once the link is live, because I need it, they're approving it right now. I built it all. We'll bring it up on here again and highlight it. And even if you don't purchase a ticket package at those games, Brian and his community engagement team will be available in the lobby, and you can learn about it. There'll be a way that if you didn't even buy online and you do the senior discount out at the box office, that you can swing over to the table and still do the Network Health concessions beanie bundle. But again, that comes into learning how to engage the new partners and what has worked at other events in our building for other teams so far. But we're excited that they got involved. So
and even if you're a season ticket holder, you can't get the ticket package, but
you add on the perk.
you could add on the
Sure.
perk
Yep.
as well as understand their programs.
Right.
So all good stuff. What else did I have? So apparently his mom watches the show. So little snafu.
Who's mom?
So we have.
Sean, does your mom watch the show?
It's not Sean's mom. He's
No.
like, no, my mom knows nothing of this. But so we have Zane doing the shoes.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have a player whose name is also Zane.
Oh, right on.
Zane
Okay.
Lewis
Yep.
is a wide receiver for us, and he was walking around introducing himself to
And you're
people,
like, you're doing the shoes.
and everybody
Awesome.
thought he was doing the shoes. And then when I met him, I'm like, oh, hey, I got some cool Blizz shoes. And he's like, I'm not that Zane. And I'm like, right.
Nice.
But he said, hey, my
Cool.
mom watches your show. So hi, Mama Lewis. Thank you for
Nice.
watching.
Nice.
Appreciate it. And Zane is, I have to say this. So I told the guys yesterday morning they have big shoes to fill because we had a great team the previous year, not
Yeah.
only on the field, but off the field from a being respectful, staying out of trouble, doing what they're supposed to do, being here to play football. But I got to tell you, when you have a guy that comes up, shakes your hand, does
Sure.
eye contact, there were quite a few guys yesterday. Zane made his way around the crowd last night. There were other players doing the same thing, and it was fantastic to see that interaction with our fans.
Yep.
So, what else do I have on my list? As always, we want to thank PMI for everything that they do. They've got a lot of stuff going on themselves right now, and also Dr. Frayne. Dr. Frayne was in the house. It's always nice to see him. He does
Yep.
so much for the team. The chiropractor of the Stars. Oh wait, no, chiropractor of the Blizzard was in the house. So that was good. JT was there as
Yep.
well. JT has worked with our players over the years. We're not sure if JT's coming back in that same capacity, but shout out to him as well. He did tell me, so he's not a guy that watches social media
Oh, sure.
or YouTube, but he said he saw episode 158.
Yeah. Yeah, he did say that.
So
Said you do a good job on that show. You seem like you have fun. And
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to circle back to PMI because we unveiled some awesome news last night that Matt is actually designing the drone show.
Oh, yeah.
And Christy Haney was instrumental in Kathy and my world and the schedule and really needing the building and crucial to what we do. Like, she wanted to attend. The NFL is in right now working through stuff. So thank you for sending the email that you couldn't make it. We would have loved to seen you. I understand what your world is like right now, and we truly appreciate you and anybody that came out too. So
yeah, she's navigating a lot.
yes, yep,
They all are.
for
They're
sure.
trying to figure out how their world is going to change
Yep,
and when it can go back.
yep.
So
We'll get there together, and those 3 games are going to be awesome.
They are.
And
there, we just have to keep everybody informed.
Yep.
Is really it. I did have one of our season ticket holders ask me about the parking list.
yeah. So when I ask from platform or stage, like if you have questions, like that'd be a great time to ask a question that's good for the group, just for future reference, everybody sitting
Yeah.
in the room. But instead, I took the parking questions 3 times after I was off the stage. So if you have a blue lot parking pass, you're good. Armed Forces Drive may be closed halfway through when we can share when that will be. So you're going to have to come in one direction and go out one direction. But you are guaranteed a parking spot if you have a blue lot pass as a season ticket flex sponsor, whatever capacity that's in.
Yeah, because
So,
that will be
yep.
a pass only lot.
Yep.
So they don't allow other people to come in. Now,
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, if there are any spots, it'll be, I think they talked about opening from the distillery side to help traffic flow with Armed Forces being closed halfway
sure.
through. So, yeah.
sure.
Yep.
But the question that I got was more about so when you hand out those blue lot
Yep.
passes, there aren't any that say on them disabled.
Correct.
So if you have a disabled sticker, you have, the one that you get through the DMV or wherever
Yeah.
you get it, your doctor, what have you. You need to present that in order to get one of the spots
That they hold for folks.
that
Yep.
they hold.
Yep.
But he was saying that they had a bunch of them blocked off and said, you're not on the list.
I don't,
There is no list.
right on. We'll verify.
Yeah.
I mean, that group always works with
Oh, they are
us,
fabulous.
so, yeah.
And I said, well, he said, because there's spots blocked off with cones. And I'm like, I'm one of them.
So there's the real list. No, but like
No,
we
but I'm
got
not
you. There
in-
are spots held for those folks.
yeah,
so,
but
yep.
I'm not in one of
Yes,
the
right.
I'm not in one of the disabled
Yep.
spots. We have 2 spots at the front of the lot. I think one is for Mr. Resch if he ever or the Resch family shows up, and one is for me. But the other cones are for the disabled. Now, if you come right before game time, I can't guarantee
Right.
you because there are a lot of people that have those. There's a lot of people that have knee replacements and what have you. But I will say there are some people that have them that abuse them. If you really don't need to park in one of those spots, please don't, because there are a lot of elderly people and people that sit in our ADA section that really could use a spot closer to Armed Forces Drive. So I just want to kind of give a shout out when we're talking parking.
Sure.
That is how that works. So I did promise him a call back once I verified if there was a list.
I'll clarify with that, right? Sometimes I put vendors that have lobby tables and stuff on there, but that wouldn't be an ADA spot that's being taken up. So we'll get an answer for you.
Well, and he may have seen that very thing, 6 spots with cones, because he did say, we come an hour and a half ahead of time.
Got it.
He may not have realized that those cones weren't the disabled parking. They were just other parking. So I think that's my list as I'm looking at this. My list.
That was a lot.
Yeah. It was a long episode. Anyway.
Yeah. What else you got?
Oh, we did it right this time.
Sean's behind the camera like, finally, you dummy.
You
I need a teleprompter for you.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine if we had a teleprompter?
No.
I can't even imagine. It'd be like, Sean, could you back that up? I missed that whole sentence because I went off topic. Sorry. It would be bad.
Yeah.
It would be bad. So I think in general, we're excited to kick off the season. Next week, I will be coming to you from my happiest place on earth.
Yep.
The Magic Kingdom.
And it's not at the desk with me, contrary to popular belief.
True. I did call him my ride or die last night.
Yeah.
While standing next to my husband. I did have to clarify. In most things, it's you.
Yeah.
But
that was great, though.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then Larry proceeded to chime in. And, yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Nope.
Anyway. So that is all I have.
Yeah, that is an action-packed episode. Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.